So the topic is time invariant and a time variant system. Suppose some system is there. For that system we are giving input today, then you are getting some output. For the same system, again we are giving the same input. Okay, then we'll get some output. If that output is same as the output already we got, okay, and today, because we are applying the input on tomorrow, so tomorrow when we apply the same input, if you get the same output, then this system is called time invariant. Okay, because you are applying input to the system at different time, then also you are getting the same output. Okay, so that means the system properties are not changing with respect to time. So this system is called time invariant system. So what is the meaning of time invariant system? The system properties are not changing with the time. Okay, it remains constant. Okay, the system performance remains constant over a period of time. But in general, practically most of the systems will come under this category, time variant system. It is because of the aging of the component. Okay, aging of the devices present in the system. Okay, it's mainly because of aging. Again, we may not able to satisfy this property, the system may not satisfy this property. So that time the system will come under the category of time variant. Okay, so the definition, the output remain unchanged over a time for a given input. So when we apply the same input, okay, we apply the input on today and we apply the same input on tomorrow. In both the cases, if the output remain unchanged, okay, the output remain constant, okay, the output remain equal, then that system is called time invariant system. So okay, then what is the definition for this? Okay, if the input applied to the system, okay, if the input applied to the system today causing a certain output, causing certain output to be produced, output to be produced, okay, then the same output, then the same output will also be produced on tomorrow. If you apply the same input produced on tomorrow, okay, tomorrow, if the same input is applied, okay, if the same input is applied, again this is not only about tomorrow, on any future days. Okay, you can apply the input at any future days. Just we are telling tomorrow, but that means what? In any future days. Okay, if you apply the same input, again you will get the same output. That system we'll call it as a time invariant system. Okay, so this system we will call it as a time invariant. Okay, time invariant system, TIV. Okay, then what is another definition? Another definition is, again suppose for a input x of n, for a input x of n, the output of the system, the output of system is y of n, the output of the system is y of n. Okay, then y of n minus n naught is output due to output, okay, is the output due to x of n minus n naught. Okay, x of n minus n naught. Okay, so that means what? When you apply x of n, you are getting y of n. Okay, then when you apply x of n minus n naught, you are getting y of n minus n naught. So that means what? See, n naught is like a number, it's like a number. Okay, say for example, if n naught is equal to 1, again what is the meaning of this one? When n naught is equal to 1, so n is equal to 1, so that means what? Y of 1, say for example, then what about this one? This is x of 1. It's something like, instead of applying the input today, you are applying the input on tomorrow, then you'll get the some output on tomorrow, but this input is same as what you have already got here. See, in this case y of 0 would be same as x of 0, but if you see carefully, these two are equal. Okay, it's all about when you are applying the input, either you are applying input on today or tomorrow. So once the system follows this condition, then that is called time invariant system. Okay, time invariant system. If it is not following this condition, then that is time variant system. And then what is the other definition? the definition of this one is, okay, uh, the system is said to be invariant. The system is said to be time invariant if delayed output. Okay, what do you mean by that? Delayed output? Output means y of n, delayed output means y of n minus n naught. Okay, the system is said to be time invariant if the delayed output is same as that of the output y of n due to delayed input, that is x of n minus n naught. But out of all this definition is important because we will be using this definition again in the statement wise. It may be a little bit confusing, okay, but once if you write in terms of equation, then that will be easy to understand. Okay, so what I'm telling, finally you just remember this slide. So okay, now I'm going to write some condition. You just remember that condition, that's enough to solve the problems. Okay, so now with that condition we will solve the problem today. Then later we will try, in the next class we will try to get some intuitive understanding. Okay, so what is that condition? See, in general, say a system will have the output y of t. It is always the function of input. Okay, so generally the system will be defined like this: y of t is equal to function of x of t. Again, the function could be anything. It may be simple addition or square or what, time shifting or time scaling or amplitude scaling. It could be anything. Okay, so output is function of input. So now what I'm going to do, the first one is, okay, replace the first condition is replace t by t minus t naught in both input as well as at output. So what do you mean by this? This is the system equation. It is the output, it is the input. Okay, so wherever t is there, just replace with the t minus t naught. This is the first step. Okay, so again, this, what do you mean by this? Say for example, y of t is equal to f of x of t. So what I am doing, just I am following this condition. The system is said to be time invariant if the delayed output, okay, so just I am applying that first condition. So when you delay the output, okay, see, you are delaying the output y of t, but what is the output? Y of t is function of x of t. Function of x of t is y of t. So when you delay y of t, then again you have to delay this also. So again, once if you delay this is also a function of x of t minus t naught. So that means what? It's very simply this statement only. So wherever t is there, you replace with t minus t naught. Okay, that is the first statement. Then what about the second statement? Okay, the second statement is you calculate the output due to the delayed input. Okay, due to the delayed input. So what is the input? This is the input. Okay, so when I delay the input, okay, just again you introduce one t naught here with minus sign. Okay, in the input you introduce t naught with minus sign. So you have to delay this input. Already input is x of t. Okay, once if you want to delay, what is the meaning? X of t minus t naught. Okay, say already suppose x of minus t is there. Again, it's very simple, minus t naught. So what you have to do, very simply, in the time scale, you have to introduce minus t naught. That is the meaning of delay. Okay, so now what is the next statement? The next statement is you delay the input. Okay, so delay the input, delay the input and observe the output. Delay the input and observe the output. Okay, so again, how can I do that? Just I have to delay the input. Okay, so now I will get there some new output. Okay, so when I am getting t minus t naught. So now what I am doing, I am just delaying my input. Okay, just only input I am delaying. I will get some new output. Again, please don't get confused with this y of t, because already y of t is function of f of x of t. Again, here also I am writing like this. Again, to differentiate from that, I can write here um, uh, just id. Okay, input delayed. Okay, output due to the input delay. Okay, id means input delay. What is id means input delay. Okay, what is the output due to input delay? So in the first case, wherever t is there, I am replacing with t minus t naught. In the second case, I am just replacing, I am just introducing minus t naught. I am just introducing minus t naught only for input, only for input. Okay, so again, finally, whether the system is time invariant or not. So if the condition 1 is equal to condition 2, okay, so that means what? If y of t minus t naught is equal to y id t, okay, y of t minus t naught is equal to y id t. Okay, then when this is equal, then that means what? The right hand side has to be equal. So if left side has to be equal, then right hand side also has to be equal. Okay, then this will be equal only when these two are equal. Okay, that time this we'll call, if this condition is satisfied, that particular system is called time invariant system. See, all the system will not satisfy this, only some system will satisfy this condition. That system is time invariant system. If you are not satisfying this condition, then that is time variant system. Okay, that is time variant system. Okay, now we'll see the problem related to this. Check whether the following system is time invariant or time variant. Okay, check whether the following systems are, check whether following system time invariant or time variant. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Okay, for example, y of t is equal to x of t. Okay, what is the first step? Wherever t is there, we will replace with, okay, wherever t is there, we will replace with t minus t naught. Okay, that what is the name of that one? Delayed output. Okay, delayed output. Delayed output. So that means y of t minus t naught is equal to x of t minus t naught. Okay, then what is the next step? Output due to delayed input. Output due to delayed input. Okay, so it's very simply, again our notation is y id t is equal to, this is the input, you apply the delay there. Okay, just introduce minus t naught. Now I will call this equation as 1, this equation as 2, and we know that if 1 and 2 are equal, then that system is time invariant system. So here 1 is equal to exactly 2, so that's why this system is time invariant system. So the given system is time invariant system. Okay, the next question. Next, y of t is equal to x of minus t. Okay, here you have to be very careful. See, the solution. What is the first concept? This one is the first one, delayed output. Okay, so delayed output, wherever, again instead of writing that, writing like that, I can write t by t minus t naught. So that means what? Wherever t is there, I replace with t minus t naught. Then y t minus t naught is equal to, here you have to be very careful, you have to replace t by t minus t naught. So t minus t naught. Okay. Okay, so now once if you introduce minus sign inside, that is minus t plus t naught. Okay, now this is the equation number 1. What about the second equation? The second equation is input delay, output due to input delay, output due to input delay, output due to input delay. Then already what is the system? Y of t is equal to x of minus t. This is the original system. Now I want to calculate the output due to input delay, that I denote yd t. Again, what is the concept? Okay, when you want to find out this one, just you apply minus t naught, you introduce minus t naught in the time scale. See, this minus t is the time scale, you introduce minus t naught, that's it. You introduce minus t naught, you have introduced minus t naught, okay, to the existing minus t. Existing minus t is the time scale, you just introduce minus t naught, that I have written it in the red color. Okay, so now whether these two are same, now again minus also you can take outside, or otherwise here minus we have observed inside. Okay, so no problem, again no need to take outside, no. Okay, so we can keep it like this only. Okay, now this is the equation number 2. Again, if you see here, equation 1 is not equal to equation 2, because in the previous case here you are having plus, but whereas here you are having minus, both the component are having minus. Here one is having minus, another one is plus, so 1 is not equal to 2. So this system is not time invariant system, so this is time variant system. Okay, time variant system, this is time variant system. If it is satisfying, then that is time invariant, or otherwise that is time variant system. Third question, y of t is equal to x square of t. Solution, t by t minus t naught. Y of t minus t naught is equal to x square t minus t naught. Then output due to the delayed input, okay, x square t minus t naught. This is equation number 1. Equation number 2, 1 is equal to 2, so this is time invariant system. Fourth question, yt is equal to xt square. Okay, first t by, replace t by t minus t naught, wherever t is there replace with t minus t naught. So y of t minus t naught is equal to x of t minus t naught whole square. So what you will get, x of t square plus t naught square minus 2t t naught, whereas output due to delayed input, again here t square is the time scale, t square is the time scale, you just introduce minus t naught, you just introduce minus t naught. Okay, now whether the equation 1 and 2 is same, no, it's not same, so 1 is not equal to 2, so this is time variant system. Next question, y of t is equal to x of 2t. Okay, what is the output? Solution, replace t by t minus t naught. Y of t minus t naught is equal to x of, replace t by t minus t naught. Okay, wherever t is there replace with t minus t naught. Okay, x of 2t minus 2t naught. Okay, then what is that? Output due to the delayed input, yIDT. This is the output due to the delayed input. Delayed input means what? Already this is the input signal with the time scale of 2t. This is the time scale. You just introduce minus t naught. Okay, you are introducing delay. Okay, so minus t naught. Now this is the equation 1 and this is the equation 2. Again 1 is not equal to 2, so system is time variant. Okay, because here only minus t naught is there. Okay, but here minus 2 t naught is there, so equation 1 and 2 not same, so that's why this is time variant system. Y of n is equal to x of minus n plus 2. Okay, wherever n is there, replace with n minus n naught. Okay, so y of n minus n naught is equal to x minus n minus n naught plus 2. Okay, x of minus n plus n naught plus 2. Again, output due to the delayed input. Okay, ydn is equal to minus n plus 2. Minus n plus 2 is the time of this signal. That signal you have to delay. Okay, what is the delay? Minus n naught. Okay, the minus n naught is the delay. Okay, then again if you see, both are not same. This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Again 1 is not equal to 2, so time variant system. Okay, seventh one, y of n is equal to log of x of n. Okay, wherever n is there, replace with the n minus n naught. So y of n minus n naught is equal to log of x of n minus n. Okay, so next step, output. Okay, output due to the delayed input, ydn is equal to log of x of, where n is the time index, you apply the delay there. Okay, then again here 1 and 2 is same. Okay, 1 is equal to, so system is time invariant. Okay, 8%. Y of n is equal to log x of 2n. Solution, wherever n is there, replace with n minus n naught. Y of n minus n naught is equal to log of x of 2 n minus n naught. Okay, if you apply the 2 inside log of x of 2n minus 2n naught, here output due to the delayed input. What is that delayed input? X of 2n, where 2n is the time index, you just apply the delay. Okay, you will get this one. Okay, again here this is the equation number 1, equation number 2. Again 1 and 2 is not same, so this is time variant system. Okay, time variant system. What about the S8? Next, y of t. Y of t is equal to t square t minus 1. Okay, just wherever t is there, replace with the t minus t naught. Again see here, this t is just outside the signal. Okay, even if it is outside the signal, you have to replace with a t minus t naught, because our concept is wherever t is there, you have to replace with a t minus t naught. It may be at output or input, or it may be externally it may be present. Okay, wherever t is there, we have to replace with a t minus t naught. That is our first step. So y of t minus t naught, again t minus t naught whole square, x of t minus t naught minus 1. What is the next step? Just output due to the delayed input. Okay, again here you have to concentrate properly that t square is not the input. T square is just like a predefined function. Okay, where x of t is the unknown quantity. X of t could be anything, but t square is a fixed function. Okay, so t square, then actually the input is x of t minus 1. So you have to delay the input only, don't apply any delay here. Okay, so when you apply the delay to the input, you have to concentrate on x of t only. Okay, again don't concentrate on the rest of the element. It could be either time variable or amplitude variable, it could be anything. Okay, or it could be constant also. So when you delay the input, you have to concentrate on inside x of t. Okay, inside x, what is there? Okay, this is the time index. Okay, so once if you apply the delay there, okay, t minus, t naught minus 1. Okay, so just you have to introduce minus t naught, that's it. Okay, either you can introduce here also, no problem. Okay, t minus 1 already there, you introduce minus t naught. Whether the first equation and second equations are same, no. Okay, they are not same. So this is time variant system. Time variant system. Okay, next one. Y of t is equal to t into x of minus t. Solution. Wherever t is there, replace with the t minus t naught. Okay, t minus t naught. Again x of minus t minus t naught. Okay, what you will be getting? T minus t naught. X of minus you can take inside. Minus t plus t naught. Then what is the output due to the delayed input? Okay, delayed input means you have to concentrate here only. T x of minus t naught. This is equation 1. Equation 2, again 1 is not equal to 2. Again this is time variant system. Time variant system. Okay, then next one. Y of n is equal to a n square x of n bn x of n minus 2. Solution. Wherever n is there, replace with n minus n naught. Y of n minus n naught is equal to a n minus n naught whole square x of n minus n naught plus b n minus n naught x of n minus n naught minus 2. Okay, then what is the output due to the delayed input? Output due to the delayed input, that is a n square x of n minus n naught plus bn x of n minus 2 minus n naught. Again this is equation 1 and equation 2. 1 is not equal to 2. Again this is time variant system. Okay, so time variant system. Okay, so now we'll conclude something from this. Okay, we have solved around 11 problems. Okay, we'll write the result of all the problems in a single page, then we'll get some understanding from this. Okay, at what time the system behaves like time invariant, and then at what times it behaves like a time variant. Okay, what is the differences or similarities between the time variant or time invariant? What is the difference? Okay, that we have to see now. Okay, in future class we'll try to get some intuitive understanding what is actually happening. So now we are just going by formulas. Okay, so some predefined procedure. Okay, so we again, you may not have got some intuitive understanding here. Just with the help of the predefined procedure we are operating. Okay, just there are setup. This is the predefined setup procedure, how to determine whether the given system is time variant or time invariant. So in future classes we'll try to get some intuitive understanding. Okay, with the help of examples. Okay, we'll substitute the numbers. Okay, instead of n we'll substitute some number 1 to 3 like that. Then we'll try to get some intuitive understanding in the later classes. Okay, so now the conclusion. Okay, the summary. Okay, we'll write all the problems here. Y of t is equal to x of t. Can anybody tell me what is the status of the system? Is it time invariant or variant?
Time invariance.
Wait, first I'll write, later you can tell. Yes, tell me. Yes, what about the first system? Is it TIV, time invariant or time variant? First system. Anybody? Time invariant system. Okay. This is also time invariant system. This is time variant system. Time variant system. Time variant system. Again, what about this one? This is also time variant system. This is time invariant system. Time variant system. Time variant system. Time variant system. Time variant system. Okay, so if you see here, if you see carefully, if the system goes to time variant, for example, say in this case the system goes to time variant, so that means instead of t here minus t is there, so just I can think it like just existing t I have multiplied with minus 1 so that it becomes like minus t. Okay, originally t is there, originally if t is there, that is time invariant, no problem. But if that t is multiplied by some minus sign, minus 1, okay, it's like here you can assume this as a time reversal, or otherwise time scaling with minus 1. So both are okay because scaling is also there, okay, with the negative scaling, okay, time reversal or scaling, because instead of minus 1 you can have minus 2 also, okay, anything is possible. So the next step, if you see, this is also time variant, but there is no minus sign here, just there is some operation on t square, t cube, something like that, then it makes the system time variant. Okay, and the next case, t they have multiplied with 2. Okay, t they have multiplied with 2, but if you observe here, in the first two case the t is nowhere disturbed. Okay, we are not disturbing this t. Okay, the t is intact. Okay, you may be squaring the signal, no problem, that may affect the linearity of the system. Okay, squaring means you are doing squaring is actually in the amplitude domain. Okay, squaring will be done in the amplitude domain, that may affect the linearity of the system, but that will not affect the time invariant properties. Okay, so here the t is not disturbed, so whenever you are not disturbing the t, the time scale, the system will be most probably in time invariant state. Okay, but in all the three cases here you are disturbing the t. Okay, here you have introduced minus 1, here you are squaring the time, here you are multiplying with the 2. Okay, so you are just disturbing the time parameter. Okay, once if you disturb the time parameter, again then the system will go to the time variant stage. But again, see, I can take the system like this also, y of t is equal to x of t minus 1. Here also I am disturbing the time, but this disturbance will not make the system to go to time variant state, but this disturbance is just like a shifting. Okay, so just the shifting will not affect the time invariance property. So originally x of t is time invariant, even if you apply the shift, okay, just only shift, okay, t minus 1 or t plus 1, that will not affect the time invariant property. So this system is also time invariant only, if you observe carefully. Okay, if you are having the doubt, you go by that procedure, that regular procedure. If you are having the doubt, you just apply this procedure. Okay, so once if you disturb the time except this shift, okay, the regular shift either towards right or left, except this, if you disturb the time parameter, okay, in any other manner, just by introducing minus sign or squaring or just introducing any new constant, okay, scaling constant, then that will affect the time invariant property, so that the system will become like time variant. Okay, the system function will become, system parameter will become the function of time. Okay, that means system properties will be changing with respect to time, so that system will be behaving like a time variant system. Again, here also you see, uh, here also shift is there, but this shift will not make the system time variant, but actually this minus sign, the minus sign along with the time index, see here also minus sign along with the time index, whenever the minus sign along with the time index is there, definitely that is time variant. Again you see here n is not disturbed. Okay, you are not disturbing the n, so again this is time invariant. Okay, so in the next case you are disturbing the n. Okay, just you are multiplying with the 2, so that's why this is time variant. Okay, so again, but here the inside the signal only shifting is there. We know that shifting will not affect the time invariance properties, but this external t, okay, due to the presence of external t, this system is function of externally function of time, not only the input but also the some function external. This is the external function, this is your input. Due to the presence of external t, again the system will go to time variant. Okay, if the system is function of external time parameter, then also the system will be time variant. Okay, again here also externally function of time. Okay, again this itself will make the system time variant. Again this is also will make the system time variant. Again here you see here inside x of n, inside x of n minus 1, n minus 2, that's okay, but this is externally function of time index, that's why this system is time variant. So what is the final conclusion here? Okay, so again 12th case one more you take so that you will understand. If the system is like this, say x of t minus 2, again this system is time invariant only. The shifting alone, okay, either left shift or right shift, shifting alone will not affect the time invariant properties. Okay, okay, so what is the conclusion from this finally? Okay, so the first property is the shifting will not affect. Okay, shifting operation. Okay, that means either towards left shift or right shift, shifting operation will not affect time invariant property of the system. Okay, that means okay, it will remain as time invariance property of system. Okay, the shifting will not affect this time invariant properties, so that means what, it will remain in time invariant only. Okay, already if the shift is not there, the system is time invariant. Again, even if you introduce the shift, again the system will be in a time invariant state only. Okay, so that is the first idea. And the next one, the scaling will make the system time invariant. Scaling makes the system time variant. Okay, scaling. Okay, even that minus 1 is also like a scaling, just you are multiplying with the minus 1. Okay, that is also a scaling. Okay, scaling makes the system time variant, and also scaling means again even the time reversal. Okay, again time reversal means what, if there is minus t in your system, if there is minus t, that is time reversal. This is minus t, that means time reversal is there. Here minus n, time reversal is there. Time reversal also will make the system time variant. Scaling, again minus 1 is the some form of scaling, so that's why again not to make confusion I am writing separately. Time reversal also will make the system time variant. Scaling also will make the system time variant. Again any operation on t, okay, any operation on t will make the system time variant. Any operation, that means what, x of t square. Okay, that means inside the signal you are applying t square. Okay, any operation on time may make system time variant, and the one more condition is, if the output is externally function of time, then also the system is time variant. What is the fourth condition? If output is externally function of time, then also the system will be time variant. Okay, if the output is externally function of the time, so that means what, these are all the example. Okay, not only the input, again this is externally function of time, then also the system will be time variant. Okay, so this is the final conclusion about the time variant or time invariant system. Okay, so in the next class we will see what is the causal system and non-causal system. Later we will see what are all the stable and unstable system. With that we will close the subject, or otherwise we will see one or two example for invertible and non-invertible